show you a Mongolian flavored venison recipe. Now, true Mongolian beef, you take thin slices of beef steak and you coat them in a cornstarch. You fry them in oil and then you add this sauce. So with this recipe, I go ahead and I marinate the venison, or you can use beef, in the sauce so it takes on this really good flavor. It's also great for prepping, so you can go ahead and prep up and marinate your beef for later in the week. I also know that you can do where you add all the flavors into your Ziploc bag of your fresh venison or beef, put the marinade in, seal it up tight, and you can freeze it already in the marinade so that when you take it out of the freezer, it's already good in flavor. So I'm going to start with 1.5 pounds of thinly sliced, maybe about 1/4 inch sliced steaks of venison. This is about 1.5 pounds, okay? I'm draining off any blood or liquids, and right into the bag I am going to start adding. So here we have 1/2 cup of water. Next, we are going to add sugar. This is raw cane sugar, that's why it's the brownish color. You can use any kind of sugar that your family prefers. And we are going to use 1/2 cup, just shy, into the bag. I love this because it doesn't dirty up any extra dishes. Next, we're going to add 1/2 cup of soy sauce. This here that I use is the reduced sodium. Honestly, I only use about 1/3 cup instead of a full 1/2 cup of soy sauce. And then you can add crushed red peppers, or I kind of like the sriracha hot chili sauce. So I usually add, shake that up, about 1 tablespoonful. And then if I want to add the crushed chili peppers as I'm cooking it, that's good too. But we just use about 1 tablespoon here of the chili sauce. Normally I have fresh ginger, but today I'm out, but I still want to use it. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of dried ginger. It's not as great, but it will do in a pinch. 1 tablespoon of dried ginger. And then I'm just going to put that in the bag. I'm going to put air in it the first time so that it mixes up really well. And you want to make sure you mix this really good so that the sugar kind of dissolves and your ginger gets in there nice and good. If I were using fresh ginger, I would just use about 1 inch or 1.5 inch long piece and cut it up or mince it up. So there you see it. Now it's good and mixed. To this, I'm going to add 4 cloves of fresh chopped garlic. You want the good garlic flavor here. And then I'm going to take some green onions and add about 1/2 cup. Now, after this marinates, either in the freezer, like I said, for food prep long term, or for food prep for the week, you can, slice this up and do it all really good. Put this in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days and have it later in the week. Maybe you food prep on the weekend for the coming work week. But here's about 1/2 cup of green onions. I'll put this in here. Now when I go to cook this, what I'll do is just take this out. I will reserve the marinades because that's going to be your sauce. I'm going to take all the air out this time. You'll take out the meat. I go ahead, take out the meat from the sauce, get a little oil in my skillet. I coat the meat in some cornstarch, put it in my hot oil in the skillet, and just brown it really quickly. Just stir fry it, I guess you would say. Stir fry it really quickly. Once it's stir fried, I'm gonna add in all this extra good marinades, and that will be my sauce that goes on my beef. It's really good to serve over a noodle or rice for this Mongolian, I keep saying beef, but it's venison. Venison. This is venison here. So really quick, really easy, really flavorful, and generally you have these items on hand. Soy sauce, either crushed red peppers or like a chili sauce, some sugar, some green onions, some garlic, and some ginger. So I hope that recipe was helpful for you. Leave a comment in the comments below and tell me, do you eat venison? And share your favorite recipe. If you have a link to a recipe that you use, just put it in the description below or in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day.